Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Future Science Challenge orientation session. It's a pleasure to see here so many bright and curious minds today. We are very excited to start this journey together, a journey that combines science and creativity and innovation. On behalf of the organizing team, I would like to welcome you all, students and mentors and supervisors, to this year's competition, where technology meets our imagination. Kindly, if you have any questions, you can write them down and we will address all of these questions at the end of the session. This year's theme focuses on tourism and hospitality, using artificial intelligence and the Internet of Things to enhance visitor experience and promote innovation in the tourism sector. Future Science Challenge is a competition that aims to strengthen students' learning in artificial intelligence and IoT. It's designed for talented and gifted Arab students between 10 and 17 years old. Competition will be as a virtual competition for all students in Arab countries who are passionate about science and technology. Our main goals from this competition to encourage innovation in AI and IoT fields, also to inspire young people to acquire new skills, also to create a positive impact on our society. And shape the future defined by creativity and innovation. As we talked before, the theme will be for tourism and hospitality. So how we use AI and IoT to improve the tourist experience before and during and after the trip or the journey. Students are encouraged to find smart solutions that protect tourist sites, promote their country's destination, and solve real challenges in the tourism industry. And this video, maybe will give you some information about all this season.
إنترنت الأشياء يربط بين ملايين الأجهزة لتجعل حياتنا أكثر سلاسة، بينما يمنحها الذكاء الاصطناعي بعداً إنسانياً أعمق، فيعيدان معاً تشكيل حاضرنا ومستقبلنا. تخيلوا مدينة سياحية ذكية حيث النظام يتعرف على تفضيلاتكم من لحظة الدخول، يعدل الإضاءة والحرارة ويقترح الأنشطة المناسبة. المطارات تتابع الحقائب لحظة بلحظة وتنظم حركة النقل بذكاء لضمان وقتكم وسلامتكم. المتاحف تحولت إلى منصات تفاعلية تحكي قصص الحضارات بلغات متعددة بتقنيات الصوت والصورة والواقع المعزز. وحتى المطاعم تغيرت، فباتت تفهم أسلوب حياتكم وتقدم وجبات تناسب تفضيلاتكم الصحية. ولم تغب المواقع السياحية، فهناك أنظمة ذكية تراقب وتحمي ومحطات إرشاد تفاعلية بعدة لغات. تخيلوا سواراً ذكياً يوجه الزائر ويمنحه إشعارات فورية، أو روبوتاً يشرح ويتفاعل مع النزلاء الجدد في بهو الفندق. كل هذا يعيد تعريف مفهوم السياحة والضيافة.
Now I would like to introduce Mr. Nael Ashi. He will explain more about the categories and the website for the competition.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is me, Engineer Rashid, and I'm so glad to be with you today to explain more about Future Science Challenge this year. I would like to also to thank Engineer Joman about her introduction and about speaking all over about the competition this year. So, as we know that the competition has two categories. It has the junior category and senior category. So, junior category will start from age 10 to 13, and senior is from 14 to 17. There's no change for this year. This is just like the last 4 seasons. So this is the competition dates. As you can see, of course, some of you attended already the opening ceremony. This is from in this 9 of October. And the registration, which is already open from 2 October to 23rd of October. And then we have the excited training program for students and supervisors. That will be for this year, for the first time, we have 2 times. One for junior, which is a good session for junior teams. That will be from 7th to 8th November, and one for senior from 11 to 15. And both session will be dedicated in Arabic and English. So if you prefer English, you can attend the timing at that time, and also for the Arabic sessions. The starting project submission will be online by 15th of February for next year. And then the project submission deadline will be 8th of March. So I think we have like 3 weeks window for project uploading. Of course, if you'd like to know more information about the project uploading, you need to check the guidebook online on the website. And of course, the closing ceremony will be 13th of April 2026. So about the competition process, the idea is very simple. You need to make a team out from 2 or 3 students and choose your category, of course, whether it's senior or junior. Register on the website, which is opening right now. And after that, after your team will get accepted, you have to design and implement the project, and then download the guideline to read. Of course, you have to download the guideline to read everything about the project before you implement the project. And that's why in this session, I will keep asking the students always to read the guideline all the time. So that will be very, very helpful for them to have a huge idea about the competition before they start. After you finishing the project, you need to upload your project files. Of course, the files, we're going to talk about these files later in this session. And using these files, the judges will judge your project and decide whether it can be one of the qualified projects to win the proper prizes or not. That will be according to the judging process, which we will go through during this session. So this is simply the process of the competition. The steps. So this is like some suggested steps about how can we start the project if we have an idea and we would like to implement this idea. First of all, we need to ask some questions regarding the theme. For example, this theme this year is about tourism and hospitality. So we need to find a problem that is available on our life or in our country. For example, this competition is for all Arab, Syria, wherever. So you need to find a place that is good for your project. So you need to focus about some problem. What is the problem you need to solve according to the competition theme? What are the solutions you think about, which is set 3? So imagine possible solutions. Try to think about creative solution. This is very, very important to know that your solution should be unique solution, or maybe it's an existing solution, but you can do it in a different way. These ideas also mentioned on the guidebook, so that's why it's very important to you. For step 4, once you get a solution, then you need to plan and determine which is the appropriate solution you need to check. For example, you may have like different solutions, and you need to check to choose one of them. You need to choose the way to do the solution so you can be ready for step number 5, which is project design. You can start designing your project, and accordingly, this project it can be ready for a prototype. So you can build your own prototype according to the design, which is not necessary to be the final version. So you can start a prototype so you can have something we call proof of concept. So you are trying to prove to yourself that your project or your prototype can solve the problem according to the design. That's why you can move to step number 7 and start testing and evaluating your project according to the design you have made. So you have the design, you have the prototype, and step number 7, you are doing the testing and evaluation. Of course, your project will not work 100% from the first trial. In this case, you need to go to step number 8 to improve the design. So you are improving the design and testing. So you are going back and forth from step number 7, step number 8, until you have the proper final version that your team are satisfied and you think that is solving your problem and can achieve the mission. In this case, I think your project can be ready so you can design to start designing your post, which is the Instagram post we're going to talk about later. It's kind of communication between your team and the society. So we are using Instagram as an example if you are trying to promote for your idea to the target audience and show your potential and show that you can do it in a correct way. This kind of communication assessment for your project, we will talk about that later. So the final step, which is a project submission, so you can take all the files according to the rubric and submit your files online so the judges can see everything about your project, including the code, pictures, videos, and so on. And we will kind of explain these files later on this session. So next thing is we will move to is the hardware. Okay, so which hardware and software we are allowed to use? Actually, we are allowed to use different kind of hardware. So as you can see here, we can use any kind of hardware, any kind of software that we think that is suitable for our project. So we are not not stick with one hardware. You can use any kind of controller, any kind of software, any kind of programming language. We are open. However, it's very important to know that your project should contain both parts, hardware and software. You cannot just make a hardware only or software only. You cannot just make a mobile app and consider this as a complete project. This is not allowed. For more information, also check the guidebook. So now we have the website, which include everything you need for the website, starting from registration until you know all the information about the project. So we have hamdanfsc.com. I think most of you know the website. So I will give you a small tour for this website, and let's see what we have online. So this is our website, and of course our website supports bilingual, so we have Arabic and English. I will open the English version because you prefer the English speaking, but of course if you'd like to have everything in Arabic, you can do that. First of all, you will have the homepage that include all information you need about the competition, the registration, the dates, everything, and also about Hamdan bin Rashid Foundation for Medical and Educational Science, which is hosting or organizing the whole competition. So if you'd like to know more information about that, the challenge itself, so you have a tab for the challenge. So everything about the challenge for this year, which is tourism and hospitality. So you have all the information you need. So it's better to check this out. And about the competition itself. So all the information about the competition, you will have it. The best part, which is the awards. What will be the awards for this year? So you have the award tab. And one of the most important tabs that I encourage all of you to have a good investigation on, which is the previous project. So we have, this year is the 5th season. So we have selected some good projects from the last 4 seasons. So you can check this out. So those are some videos from all previous seasons. Most of them are true winners. So it's good for you and your team to check those videos that give you some inspiration about winner teams. Some statistics about the project or about the competition you can know here from the statistics tab. Rule guide is very, very important. I always encourage all the team members to read the rule guide. It's available in both Arabic and English. Read it carefully. Download the rule guide and read every page before you start even design your project. Very helpful for you in order to have an overview about all the rules regarding the technical part and how to submit the project. Every single detail about the competition is available in the rule guide, and it's also updated all the time. If you have we have collected all the frequently asked questions about all teams and teams that would like to participate. I encourage you to read this page before, if you have any more questions, before even you send us an email. Most probably you will find your answer here. Training resources is a state-of-art service for this competition. This training hub is designed specially for only the accepted teams. So if your team is accepted for the competition and he can participate, you have free access to all these sessions. These sessions are, or these training materials are very, very useful, especially for the team that you don't have any experience about building a project from scratch. You will find some useful materials starting from no information about what is AI and IoT. You will find here in this tab. The ideal model, you can see an example of building a project and documenting this project. That will be very useful for you. It's good to mention that these training materials is available only in Arabic, because right now we are targeting the Arabic countries. So it's not available in English, but that will be easy also, I think, for most of you. You will find more information also about some projects for IoT, or here is IoT. Yes, there's some lessons. These lessons will be very useful for you. You can open any lesson of these and start see what's going on. You will find like some videos, you will find building steps, you will find some codes. So this lesson will give you like a crash course based on a self-paced learning. So you and your team can learn more ideas about projects, that's about Internet of Things, about Arduino, about the basics of Arduino, and even some materials about AI and so on. So this is the registration tab. This is also designed for registration, and if you didn't register, you can have to register here, and that's it. So these are all the ideas behind the competition and behind the website. And of course, if you have any question, you can send us an email or a message here. That will be very useful for everybody to do. And this year, we have two main features that is very useful for everybody. Okay. So the first one is we have AI Hamdan, which is Talk with Hamdan AI. This option is very useful for you. So you can ask any question to Hamdan AI assistant. All the questions that related to joining the competition, joining the rules, the timings, what is required, everything. You can just write your question either in English or Arabic, and Hamdan assistant gonna help you on that. If this answer is not satisfied by your team, you can just drop us a message here in the chat if your team is registered with us. So you will find your name here, and then you can write a message through the chat service of the project. So as we said that we have Hamdan and Fatim, AI assistant. Hamdan is the AI assistant for the rules of the competition. And inside the training materials, you will find Fatin. He's another AI assistant that can help you accessing all the required materials and answer some technical questions about your team. These technical questions can include what software you have to use, what kind of materials is suitable for you, and so on. Fatin is very, very useful for your team. And also it can direct you to what is the proper lesson you have to see. Because you will find like many lessons, but Fatin can, you can ask the question, for example, like, which lesson can help me in designing my project for IoT, smart home, something like this. So it will give you some answers and some links about what exactly you have or what lesson that can cover your questions. It's good to try. It's the first time to launch these AI assistants this year. And of course, we need your feedback if you have any other questions. So how to register? If you didn't register your team, I will show you a video showing the process of registration and how to have a proper or successful register process.
First and foremost, visit the contest's official website. To register, press the button, Register Now, type the team email, then choose a password. After completing this step, click the Register button. A link to activate the account will be sent to the team email entered. Access your team email and locate the activation email in the appropriate folder. If you do not find it in the inbox, you will find it in the SAM folder. Click on the activation link to activate the account. Log in again to your account using the team email and password. Then enter the required data, namely the team name, number of team members, age group, country and region, candidate, supervisor data, and data of each student in the team. When finished, press the Done button. In case the team name you have chosen is duplicated with the name of another team, please change the team name in that case and choose a new team name. Click the Done Again button to review your team details. Should there be any errors in the team data, you can edit the information by clicking the Edit Data button. Upon verifying the accuracy of the information, click the Complete Registration button. Please ensure you keep the page open until all files are fully uploaded. Upon successful registration, the contest support team will evaluate and authenticate your team details. This validation procedure might take a couple of days. If a data error is identified, your account will be temporarily deactivated and the team will receive an email notification about the suspension. You can then log back into your account to correct any errors. When errors in the team data are corrected, your team will be ready to be nominated by the team nominee. In that case, you should write to the nominee and inform them of your desire to participate in this season's Future Science Challenge. The nominee's confirmation will validate your participation. When I confirm my participation, a message will be sent to the team email informing you that I agree to participate and activate the account. Upon receiving the message on the team email, you must log into your account on the platform again. You will find that access to comprehensive training content has been enabled, as well as uploading project files. Thank you, and we wish you a successful participation in the Future Science Challenge.
And it's good to mention as well is this video is also available on the website. If you go to the registration, you will find a link saying that watch how to register. So you can also see this video again if you would like. So let's get back to files and let's see what are the files required to upload in the platform. Actually, we have 9 files, as you can see. These 9 files is documenting everything regarding your project. First file is project introduction, which is very important information about the project, so the judge can know everything about the project and how it works, what problem it's solving. So it's very important to put all the information you need that to deliver to the judge committee, so they can know exactly about your project. The second file type is the project using instructions. The judges will use this project or use this file in order to know how can they start your project. For example, you will have source code, which is the third type of the file. That will be a zip file that includes all the source code files. Those source code files are very important for your project to work. So how can the judge know how it works? So they're gonna use the project usage instructions in order to know how can we use these files in a proper way, which libraries we have to, or tools we have to use in order to test your project. Everything should be mentioned. So the more information you put in the project usage instructions, the better understanding for the judge about your project. The fourth file is the code explanation. So you are explaining your code, which part of code is doing which, and all the information you would like to put. To guide the judge about what this software is doing, you have to put it in the code explanation document. Then we have the schematic for electric and electronic components, which is all the schematic, including the electronic circuits and electric that you use in your project. And then we have list of electronic components used, which is obvious. And then we have some good project pictures about your project, images, like some images about your project here, there. Of course, it's your game. So the better you document, the better idea for the judges. And then we have the Instagram post, which is we're gonna talk about later in this session, which is very important as a part of the required files. And the last but not least, which is the project video, which is a 7-minute video that includes everything about the project while it's running, how it's demonstrated by your team. Your team members should be on this video talking about this video, and I'm going to explain later what are the criteria of making this project video. So those are the 9 files that you have to submit and upload to the website, so the judges can see everything about your project. So let's move to the design Instagram posts. Those posts about designing a way of communication between you as an inventor and the community. And because most of us are using social media, so we have chosen this social media platform, which is Instagram, as an example, as if your project will be promoted in Instagram. So you are talking about to target audience, like normal people, unexperienced people. They would like to know more information about your invention. Just imagine you have made a robot that can help tourists. So maybe some engineers can understand the potential, but you as a inventor, how can you talk to normal people, like people that they don't have any engineering background? How can you do that? So this is very important for you to have something like this. It's good to mention that you don't have to post these Instagram posts online. You don't have to do that at all. What you have to do simply is to design this Instagram post and make it simple and try to deliver the message. For example, you need to design 3 Instagram posts. You need to define the message. What is the message you need to deliver to the society? How can you make an attractive post? What is the benefit of your idea? Choose some visual elements that will be good to attract people that's posting on Instagram or visiting your Instagram page. And of course, you have to present the idea. Again, I'm just would like to remind you that this is just an example. You don't have to post it on Instagram. You just need to design the post. So judges will measure the idea behind your communication skills of presenting the project in a popular media like Instagram. For more information about also Instagram posts and some ideas, please read the guidebook. Next is the project video. The project video, let me say, is the most important file that you will upload that will give you an idea about this your project, and also the judges will see this video so they can know more information about your project, the idea itself. The project is running because the judges will not see the project by themselves. So everything will be online. So the more documentation design for the video you made, the better idea for the judges in order to know the best about your project. And also that will impact communication points for your team where judges will use to measure the skills of communication in your team. All team members should be on this video. Coaches shouldn't, like nobody else, but only the team members. You have to introduce the project. You have to show the technology, the mechanism, the features, the benefits, and of course, there's a project to be working, so judges can see everything. The challenges, the inspiration, the conclusion, everything regarding the video you have to see. And if you'd like to see some examples, as we said before, you can just go to the project library on the website and see some other examples. Okay, so it's very important this year to know that we have changed the way of uploading videos. Before, we used to upload videos online using some links. So we used to use these links in order to make this video available. So we just upload the video online. But this year, you will upload the video through YouTube only. So what you have to do is make a YouTube account. It's very easy if you have a Gmail. So that means that you have a YouTube account. So you go to YouTube channel and then upload the video. Of course, you have to choose the highest quality. So you have to choose the video in the highest quality and upload it with highest quality, not less than 1080p. And then when you upload the video, you have to choose unlisted. Unlisted is very important if you'd like to secure your video so nobody can see it unless they have the link. And as long as you're going to put this link online, so only the judges will see the video. So if you leave it by default, if you public, that means that everybody can see your project. So your ideas will be exposed to everybody, which is something you don't want, I think. So that's why I encourage you to choose unlisted, which means that only persons with the link can see the video. Ensure that your video shouldn't contain anything that violates YouTube rules, like violent politics, like something like copyright music, whatever things. You have to make sure that it's all supported by YouTube, and just copy the link of the video and just upload it on the website where you have to upload link. That's it. It's very simple. And of course, if you'd like to know more information, everything is mentioned on the guidebook. So how judges will evaluate your project? It's very important to know this. In order to evaluate the project, we are using something called like these 6 criteria. So we have designability, about the design, innovation thinking, which is the idea and how do you implement it, technology and electronics, what technology you use, what electronics you use, Did you use AI only? Did you use IoT? Did you use both? Programming ability, how simple or how complex your program is, how many tools you use, and the positive change in society, or what we mean here we mean the impact of the project according to the theme. So are your project is aligned with the theme or not? Which is tourist and hospitality. This is very important. And the last but not least, presentation and communication skills. And this will be very obvious project video and the Instagram post. Those criteria in details will are available on the project guide. So that will be very useful for your team to know everything about the presentation or about the criteria and how judges will put marks for these criteria. The awards will are very exciting. So as you can see here, we have like two kind of awards. We have juniors and senior awards. So the same awards you can see here are divided into two. So for example, we have two champions. We have champion for junior, champion for senior. Each team member will win 10,000 dirham. And we have the best award, best innovation, best engineering, best presenter award. Each team member will win 5,000 dirham. And we have the jury award, which is it doesn't have a senior or junior. We select like three or awards. Judges will select three teams. Each team, each member will win 1,000 dirham. Those teams are give some positive impact to the judges that although they didn't win, but they have like a great idea or great impact to the judges community. Of course, all participant teams will receive participation certificate, and the winners will receive participation certificate and a medal for the both students and supervisor. Safety rules are very important, which has the highest criteria for our competition in order to maintain the safety level for all our students and also our audience and judges. So this is very important, especially for all mentors and coaches. That's not use hazard materials such as toxic, unstable chemicals. It's very important to maintain the way of using high energy equipment that should be a very restricted way and also under your supervision. Using different part that should be in a safe way and also in the under the supervision of the team, and also you trying to use and pay attention of using safely and chart tools. And again, we have to be very careful about everything related to safety. And if you'd like to know more information about that, you have to read the guidebook in a good way. So that's it for this session. I hope I managed to give you like more idea about the competition itself and about everything. And this is the way of communication. First of all, we have the website. We have all the information for the website. And we have the email. If you have any question, either you participated or not yet, you just need to ask a question about registration, you can send us an email in info25 at Hamdan FSC. And of course, it's good to know that we have an Instagram account, which is Hamdan Gifted. Please follow this Instagram all over the competition time, so you can have all the updated information about the coming events and so on. And of course, if your team is well registered, so you have the ability to use the chat option on our website, or you can use also the AI Hamdan assistant if you have a question that can give you a proper answer if you still have. That's it for our session. We will leave the rest of the time for your questions. Maybe Engineer Joman will be with us as well. And then you can raise your hand if you have a question, or you can just write it on the chat here. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Nael. Anyone who want to ask can